What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a minute. A lot of stuff going on as far as like changing jobs and everything like that. So been a little preoccupied. In this video though, we got a ton of stuff to kind of dig into. This video is going to be a little bit all over the place as it was filmed over like the span of like 2-3 weeks, I think it is. In this video, we're doing a lot, such as we got new wheels. Just in the fronts, still waiting to find another pair, but I'm sure you can kind of see. We'll dig more into the wheels as well. We got a pair of Work CR Kais, the OG Kais. We end up in this video finishing up on the wrap, so the car is officially one color. There's still a few pieces that I want to redo, such as the fenders. Fenders by the headlight, it's starting to yellow, and it's just due to acetone hitting the car. So I got to rewrap the fenders, and then I want to redo the front bumper just because it was always flaking off, just because the bumper wasn't prepped right. So end up redoing that at some point. But the car is now officially one color. We got a few more pieces for the interior. Some packages from Shirts Tucked In. We got some HKS stuff to throw in the car. So this video is just kind of action-packed in the sense of we're doing a lot for the car kind of all at once in this video. So let's kind of just get into it. We're gonna start off by just washing the car, just because this car, like I said, I'm filming this intro already well into the editing process, unfortunately. But we'll start off with washing the car just because this is when the next day after getting these new wheels, and the car was dirty, the wheels were dirty. So just starting up with that. So let's get that rolling. All right, so for the most part, car's all washed up. I just gotta do the windows and the wheels. But I forget how nice the wrap looks in the sun when it's actually clean. It's a little fading right there, yellowing, so I gotta rewrap that part. But when you look at this in the sun when it's actually all cleaned up, I forget just how good this pearl is. But so just gotta finish up on the windows and on the wheels. We'll get it pulled in, and then we'll actually detail the inside, because the inside is a mess. But yeah, forget how good the wrap looks in the daytime.
What's the point of listening when your words are filled with lies? A smoking sets up burning down your bridges and your ties. With memory.
All right, so this is kind of like the pile so far of all the things that have come in. So we got the HKS accessory V-belt straight from Japan, which is always super sick. Same with the HKS air filter, 200 millimeter 3-layer drop. I ordered this really cool Moon Eyes grill pin, so this actually goes in the grill. So looking forward to getting that installed. Leftover stuff from the It's Okay package. This is just an old wheel from Joy Supply. Then of course the rest of the wrap. Still waiting on the other two belts. Still waiting on the Origin Lab roof wing. Still waiting on the speedometer thing. And then still waiting on another order from Shirts Tucked In. So we've got quite the packages that we're waiting on. But so that's a nice little haul of some of the packages that we have now. So this is how the car's looking. The wheels actually came out really good. They just need to be cleaned up. I need to actually have them repaired, just because both of them have the small little chip right there. So I want to get them repaired. Other than that, they're a perfect spec. Where is it at? Can't find center caps, of course, because they're OG Kawamis, or OG Kais, not Kawamis. Yeah, windows super messed up, so I got to go buy some glass cleaner. And then interior, as always, I'll put back together. Unfortunately, as you guys know, I do have a trunk sub setup, and this amp just blew, so I have to go buy a new amp. Now is time to figure out just how I can clean up this engine bay a little bit more. Try to just, I got to do my valve cover gasket. I believe it's leaking from there. I saw just like a very tiny drip. I stepped on it and it literally went away. That's how tiny it was. But I usually park over this so I could see if any drips, just because of previous cars. But so I just want to see if I can clean any of this up a little bit and get it looking a little bit more nice. But yeah, you could see that my belts are all sorts of bad.
this crack actually got way worse, so that's not good. So second those belts come in, we'll be able to get all of these changed out.
Rewrite these melodies to get you off my mind. And as the weather changes, time stays still. Promise you won't forget me, but we both know you will. Time stays still. I'll stay still.
All right, as far as this grill pin, it should not be rocket science. I feel like the hardest part should literally just be opening it. Why not get it thrown onto the car? All right, so it's going to seem very controversial. Had to trim down the inside of the grill a little bit, but it sits just like that. All right, guys, so I didn't end up filming it, but we got it on. It was really, really straightforward. It's literally you just loosen that, crack that loose, and that tensioner goes up and down. You put the belts around it. I think it's super, super sick. I'm just a big fan of HKS and Blitz and just stuff like that of that time period. So I'm very I just love time period correct stuff. I think the blue's super sick. This engine bay is gonna be pretty crazy because the outside is all just gonna be black and white. I eventually want to do those chrome, get the matching ones for the rear, do those chrome, and then just paint the car black. So it'll be black and chrome. The engine bay, it's kind of everywhere color wise, just because the green HKS filter, the red Blitz cap, the blue HKS belts. I'm gonna paint the valve cover pink, so it's gonna be quite colorful in the engine bay. But we got that belt on. It should be enough tension on this belt. My only worry is on this side. It definitely looks like there's more tension, but that was as much as I could rise that tensioner up. So I didn't end up filming much of the alternator belt, or I'm sorry, the AC belt. I know that we filmed a bunch of content for the actual intake, as well as just what that belt ended up looking like once it was actually on. Once the belt was actually on, I loved it. Looks super, super sweet as always. Just that blue and peeking down there. One thing that I didn't really film much at all, if you notice, is that's now an metal pipe. Literally went to AutoZone, found some pipes that fit, throwing some couplers. So that sounds really, really good. Do have to make a better version of it, as that's two pipes just conjoined. So I want to get something that's actually meant for it. With the 1GFE non-VTI engine, it's really hard to find stuff like that. We did end up painting the fuse box too, just because it was just a black box sitting in the engine bay. So we ended up sanding it down, painting it white, and then ended up throwing a nice pearl onto it, throwing a shirts tucked in sticker. The sticker is starting to peel, unfortunately, on the sides right here. So that does definitely suck. So I might have to just trim it down a little bit to make that fit better. I think I threw it on when the clear coat was still sitting, but so we ended up painting that. And then I know that I didn't touch too much onto it. Those are the work wheels. The front right, so my driver's side wheel does have a slight bend in it, unfortunately. Still holds air and everything like that, but does have a slight bend. Speaking of holding air, we did end up getting a TPMS kit. It is a 96, so they did not have factory TPMS. It is always a good thing to have, especially when you need to run 45 PSI up front because of a tire stretch. So let me show you guys some new things with that. We did end up rewrapping this quarter panel. You'll notice it's a different color white. It's all the same wrap, still same everything. It's just the normal version of it's been baking in the sun. So just within a few days, it should even itself out. As well as I didn't film really much of it at all. It was just me and my dad just trying to knock it out. We finally have the roof done. It came out amazing. I'm super happy with it. The car is finally one color. So as you could see, looks super, super good. We fully sanded it down because the paint before was really, really, really bad. Now it's not. Since we sanded it down, threw that wrap on, looks really good. We definitely have to redo the trunk lid purely because my brother's bike fell and gashed that. Other than that, the trunk was perfect. I want to redo the back bumper just because the back bumper as well as the front bumper was not kitted, or the kit wasn't prepped properly. I do want to redo the fenders just because the slight yellowing right here. I learned that is because an acetone hit the fenders. I learned that because the reason we had to rewrap this today is because acetone hit it and it completely yellowed out just like the fenders. So just waiting to find time to do that like the fenders. But let me show you guys some stuff we threw inside the car today. So if we come on over here, greetings. Go ahead and open up this door. We got a few little goodies. So we ended up getting a shirts tucked in cup holder. We got a pack of 7-Star cigarettes right here. A little display item. These cup holders suck. They're terrible, no offense, but American drinks never fit inside of here. You guys like my new socks? They match my tattoo. American drinks do not fit in there whatsoever. Okay, it's on the outside. I thought it was a bug. So we got the shirts tucked in one. It's nice because depending on the drink, you can flip that up. Will say I take this on some very chopped roads, and it holds amazingly. So definitely recommend it. We got a few other things. So this is a new addition to the car. I used to have a speedometer right there, which I'll explain what that is in a second. But this is the new speedometer. It is a Game Boy Color. If I click the car on, you'll notice. So this is just calibrating right now. It usually points to the direction you're facing as well as your miles per hour. I did end up tucking the wire in, so it just tucks in right there. The next time you see the wire is just barely right here. It is actually wrapped all the way down there. I've already had 2 people ask how I ran it from behind the dash and out through here. So that means I did a good job at hiding it. All right, and then not only do we have that, of course, we got this bad boy right here. It's turned off right now just because there's no point, but it is solar paneled on that back side. And this right here is tire pressure monitor. So there we go. It's already calibrating it up. I do have to adjust it just because it does beep if it's low or high. High is about 45 degrees. The fronts have to be set at 45. And then, of course, when you're driving, it does go several PSI above just as it heats up. But so you'll notice the back 2 are at 33 just because they're normal tires. The fronts are a little bit higher just because they're stretched. I do need to get different tires so they're not stretched, and those tires are just worn out in general. But so it's a very, very comfortable setup we got going on right now in the Mark II. I used to have the fuzzy dice hanging up, on the actual mirror, but it was just getting too much with those hanging right there. That, and then, I got to be looking at these 3 things. So this is pretty accurate. I would say it's anywhere from, depending on just, the day, I honestly have noticed that it's anywhere from 1 to about 5 miles per hour off. This one is pretty much accurate given within a range of 1-2 PSI. This is really, really nice because the tiny little yellow is the actual temperature of the tires, which I think is super, super sick. And then, of course, it's always neat and nice to have your tires projected on, especially when you're in a 96. So, and I'm a big fan of shirts tucked in, so that's super, super sweet. But so it's a nice little setup when you're driving, being able to have all your different, screens to being able to make sure that everything's going smooth. And of course, my dash still works, so don't have to trip out too much on that one. Now, if we hop out of the car, the cool thing with that one, and I had that on the Subaru back when I still had that thing, was the front side, or the part that you mount it to. It's kind of hard to see here. You just kind of see my face. But it is, God, you can't really see it at all. It's a solar panel right here in the square for it. So the backside that gets mounted to the window is a solar panel. The tire thing is right here. And then my 2 dots right here for the automatic headlights are right there as well. So it is all nice and tidy. It's nice because I don't have to really take it out and charge it just because it is solar panel. With this one, once again, just kind of showing you a better look at the fuse box. The pearl came out really, really nice. The clear is nice. Definitely came out a lot more yellow than I would hope, and that's purely because of the pearl that got laid onto it. Yeah, you can see the stickers just slightly peeling on the ends. But I think that's a nice little touch, a nice little addition to it. We have still yet more things that we're waiting on. Within the time I'm filming this, it is May 30th. We should be getting the roof wing for the car by June 8th or July 8th. One of those. They did say it was a month or 2 out when I emailed them at the beginning of May. I really cannot stress how much I love the fact that the roof is finally wrapped. The car is literally all one color now. I'm letting a friend of mine borrow the front Z stocks just because he ended up selling his Cresta, got a built 350Z for drifting, and he needed wheels just so he could actually drive the car. So when I get the Z stocks back, I'm going to take those off and I'm going to set them aside just till I find another pair of them. And then I'm going to sand them all down, get them stripped down, take them to a repair shop, try to get any bends or cracks taken out of them. None of them are cracked. I only know of, well, one of mine has a bend. So it's always nice to take them to a repair shop and see if there's any repairs that need to be done. And then I'm going to take them to get chromed out. So until that happens, I'm going to throw the Z stocks back in the front and just keep those over there next to those wheels and the Blitz flag. So other than that, the car outside is pretty much done. Like I said, just have to rewrap the kit and just wrap the roof wing when it gets here, throw that on, and the exterior will be done. So the kind of next full motion effect we're kind of going into is going to be the interior. Next, I want to order some option seats. You really can never go wrong with option seats. When I do take off the front bumper, though, to wrap it, it is nice because I finally get to throw these back in. This is my little wall, or I guess cabinet of parts. So I got my HKS belt, all the original parts from it. But we do have one more belt to throw on, as well as I'm still waiting on my alternator belt. So when those two belts get here, I will take care of that. But I get to throw these back in. I do need to knock the clear or the amber out of them, so you can see the amber is floating around in this one. But these go in this slot right here in the front bumper. So that kind of goes right there. Clear them out, throw a white bulb in there to match this right here. Yeah, you can kind of see the yellow I was talking about. Ignore this. This was like a little precautionary tale. These lights love falling out, so I wrapped it like this so it actually stays in. When I wrap the fender, I'm taking these out. I'll retap them and thread them in better so those actually stay. But yeah, other than that, the car's coming together. As the date I'm filming this, which you guys will see in this video, it's just kind of right now I'm talking. Tomorrow we should be getting a lot more packages. We should be getting a little surprise from Save Our Souls Club. They just released this really cool pinstripe that goes down the side of the car. I think it's super, super sick. So I ordered one. Luckily, I got to use my own little discount code on there. So that was super sweet being able to order using my own discount code. So we should be getting a really sick chrome pinstripe to go all the way down the car, which I think looks really cool in this car just because this very aggressive body line that goes all the way down. And then I don't know if I mentioned in this video or not, or maybe even the last video, but I blew my amp. My amp with this kit that I got it's a Kicker 10-inch competition sub that's rated for 300 watts. And I got a DB10 Rockville amp. It came in a bundle. The DB10 Rockville amp is rated for 300 watts. So is the sub. But for some reason, my amp killed itself. So ignore the trunk. Like I said, I'm moving jobs right now. As I'm filming this, it is a Saturday. I start a closer, better paying job on Monday. So this is my half of my toolbox for work. The other half of it is all just standing up over there. But so I still have some work stuff in here, like my little lunches. But yeah, so my amp completely killed itself. Anytime I try to throw a fuse in there, it immediately pops the fuse, even if the battery's disconnected. It's insane. Or the second the battery reconnects, it'll immediately pop the fuse. So we got a new one. I ended up going with a DB13, so it's 750 watt, and then I'm just going to tune it down to where the amp is perfectly powered, nothing more. But that way, I think I also got a 2-channel. That way, if I ever wanted to upgrade to door speakers, which right now I don't need to, factory ones are actually way, way good. But if I ever wanted to upgrade, it's a dual channel, so I can, as well as it'll have the power to do so. But so you'll see me throwing that all back together in this video, but just kind of as I'm talking, we should be waiting on them for tomorrow. So let's skip to tomorrow when it gets here. All right, so I know that we've already been doing a lot of stuff. I know I haven't filmed too much of it, mostly the interior stuff. We ended up getting the new amp, so there wasn't much to film with that. I literally just bolted it to the back again and just plugged everything in. So there's not too much filming that wise. I did throw the Z-stocks back up front, clean these and set those aside next to the T37s. I really don't want to run those until I have the full set of them, just because I love sets of wheels. So they're great garage decorations right now. Plus they need tires really bad. In the trunk, you can see how big the new amp is. We did order some GK Tech low profile ramps. That way it's way easier to jack the car up. It's still tedious, but makes it a lot easier. So pretty much, you know, in this video, did a lot of work for the Mark II. We did end up getting a package from Save Our Souls Club. So they sent us, of course, some little goodies. So their new, they changed their URL. So we have the new URL sticker they sent us, www.sosclub.co. They sent us this little SOS sorry thing. I already threw it on, but they sent us a little mirror flame sticker, which I think is super, super cool. And then the main thing that they sent, an entire pinstripe for the side of the Mark II, which I think is going to be super cool, especially because the car is finally one color. We have the chrome tint on, and we threw on the silver wheels, which a full set again. So cars on a full set, cars one color finally, of the silver chrome tint, and now let's throw on a badass silver pinstripe. Just as a heads up, it's insanely hot in Vegas. It is currently like 104 as I'm filming this, so it's miserable. But let's throw this thing on. So like I said, I already threw on that, which I think is super, super sick. It's not too view obscuring. I think the next thing we throw on is going to be this website, the URL stack. I think that should fit perfectly right here, at least I hope. So let's get that cleaned up and get it thrown on. And then I'm super excited to throw on the pinstripe one. So let's do this. Sorry, I can't even talk. It's so freaking hot outside, but let's get this thrown on. So we got the sosclub.co on there. Couldn't unfortunately fit the www, but I think it'll be okay. As far as the SOS sorry thing, I don't know where I'm gonna put that quite yet, but I figured let's try to get this pinstripe thrown on the car now. I already have both sides all cleaned up, so now it's literally just a matter of getting it mocked up, masking tape held on, and then just throwing it on. All right, so it's officially on. My driver's side, I messed up just a tad bit, but it doesn't look bad and it's not really noticeable. First off, before I show you guys that, I did find out where to put that other SOS sticker. You got the SOS, the SO sorry, right there on the headlight. I think it's cool just because the car is all white and chrome. But without a hesitation, let me show you guys the pinstripe. So it came out really, really good. There's a few air bubbles, which I don't know how, but I'll end up popping those so they sit flush. Anyways, this is how it came out, Looks really good. I got some rubbing alcohol because the thrash stickers came off and it left like the glue part or the backing of the sticker. So I got some rubbing alcohol just because acetone found out yellow's the wrap. My only worry is that this side is longer than the other side, but if I stand right here, they do, you can't even see. They do look lined up. They do look lined up. So the way that I based it was I started with this end piece, of course, but it says SOS, and then the trail of the S is right at this seam. And then if we come to the other side, SOS trail, oh, you can't even see. SOS trail of the seam. So both sides are even, so at least I know the fucking back and the main design is even. But when I say that I messed up, the only part that looks messed up is this is not straight. You could kind of see how there's a big gap and then it goes really close to the up of the door. So like this, it's literally like a 2-finger spacing, and then it goes all the way up to like not even a finger spacing. So I did mess that up a little bit, but then this just carries on like the whole complete rest of the car like that. So, you know, what can you do? But the middle of this line is where the curve of the car is. The middle of this line is where the car has that carve. Same with that on this. Middle of it is this seam right here. God dang, another big air bubble, look at that. So gotta pop a few air bubbles. This in itself just kind of lifts, which is weird. Like this, it literally just, it's not straight in the first place. So not really much I could do. The pinstripe itself wasn't super straight to begin with. But when it comes to like these air bubbles, fucking just go through, push a little pinhole, lay them flat. Like these ones right here, literally just pinhole, and then just lay it flat, get all the air out of it. So, but other than that, I'm really happy with how it came out. Like with everything aside, car's one color, car's on one set of wheels, and it's looking good. It's looking good. Only thing I really got to do is, well, I can't even rewrap the fender anymore because of the yellowing, because the pinstripe's on there, unless I want to reorder it. But I have to redo this front bumper badly. This front bumper is like, it's just done. But I do like the SOS sorry on the headlight right there. I think it's a little fun. But this is how the chrome pinstripe looks with the chrome tin. I'll get better clips because I have to run to Walmart right now, go some grocery shopping. But I think it came out really sick. I'm really happy with it. So, but I'm pretty happy with it. You know, it's not the worst looking, But let me try to hit it with some rubbing alcohol on the Thrash stickers that fell off right there, just to try to get that glue backing off. I was debating taking the D-Max stickers off on both sides, just so it's all pure chrome down the side. But we'll see how easy the backing of the Thrash comes off. And if that comes off really easy, then I'll take the D-Max ones off. If the Thrash ones are a super pain to get off, then they're staying. But let's try to take them off and let's see. All right, so I'm not the best at keeping these consistent at all. That was maybe 2 weeks ago since I filmed that. Car's been kind of chilling. We of course have the chrome installed on the side skirt, or on the pinstripe. We did end up getting the Thrash residue off. It was a mess. It was terrible. D-Max one is staying on. Since that video was last recorded, got a little haircut. Got my full chest tattooed as well. So it's been a little busy. This is kind of the outro of this video. And then I'm immediately gonna film an intro for another video, just because there's a lot going on with the car right now. This is a little sneak peek of what's gonna be going on with the car. That's not staying, but there's just a bunch going on with the car. We got a new package from Triple Works. They create a bunch of vinyls and a bunch of stickers. This was just a test fit. I'm not keeping this on the car, but it does say Triple Style, and it is a nice little window banner. So that was just a test run. But so there's a bunch of stuff coming in this next video. So, you know, kind of just wrapping this one up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I know it's a longer video. We got a lot done. I know I didn't film too much of the process of doing things, but there was a lot done to the car in this video, objectively. But yeah, just thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, which should not take too long of a gap in between videos like it has been. But so that's how the car is currently sitting. Ignore the windshield banner, but we'll see you in the next video.